Thursday. And my name is Pam. I would like to welcome everyone to Thursday meditation class. And our program normally will start with meditation talk and guided meditation. And then before ending the program, we will have a Q&A session. And today I am very honored and happy to have Monk Daniel as our teaching monk. So I believe everyone are ready to meditate together. And without further ado, may I please invite everyone pay respect to Monk Daniel by bowing 3 times. Let's bow. Second bow. And third bow. May I please invite Monk Daniel to begin the session.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone around the world. I see we have many friends from whether it's in the West, in America, to the East, in Southeast Asia, as well as in the center with Africa, the whole continent. And also, I'm sure we have some people from Europe as well, and also all around the world. So it's good to see everyone coming together on, during this time during the week, to come recharge yourself, look after your mind, look after your own positivity, your own inner brightness, because as we know, going around in the world now, we really need more positivity from many more people. As the world is in a situation that doesn't look so bright as everything is, as you may have seen and heard about already. I don't think we need to go into too much detail, but it's very important to know that what we are doing now, taking the time to look after our meditation and having the space to help you get through any stress or any trauma or any thing that may be heavy on your mind right now. Most people have to keep that with them, and they don't have a space to retreat to get rid of that, whatever they may be carrying in their mind, especially during current events. So it's very important that when we meditate, we can change the situation to be better, right? Because our mind is very important. One of the things that is important with our mind is the fact that our vision limits us, right? So if you want to have a good vision or a bigger view in a situation, or look at something in a different way, we need to expand our vision, right? We have to expand our mind and our heart to see different perspective, different angle of the same situation. But as you can see in the picture, we are limited by our own vision. And one of the ways to expand that vision is with meditation. When we meditate, our mind is similar to getting to a higher, you may have heard of a higher state or a higher state of mind, I'll put it that way. So just like if you put something high up, right? When you want to get a clear vantage point, or you get lost in the forest, you need to climb the tree, right? You need to get on a mountain. You need to get somewhere high so you can see where to go. You need to get into a better position so you can see the way out. So the same thing is in life, and more so with meditation. If you take the time to calm your mind, relax your mind, it's the same idea of getting on a tree, climbing up the tree, or getting on top of the mountain, so that you can get out of the situation, the thinking, the frustration, the negativity that's all down here. As we meditate, we can rise above that. When we calm our mind, relax our mind, we temporarily get out of that situation, because we escape inside. We escape the outside world and go inside. So as we go inside, the deeper we go inside, it's like the higher you get up. The higher you get up, so when you come out, you have a new perspective, a bigger vision to see, okay, yes, you're still in the same situation as you come out, but you come out with a better vision. You come out with a strength of mind to know that, oh, some more clarity that maybe I should do this next, or even strength. It's not going to be maybe anymore. It's going to be a positive and confirmed thing that okay, I know I should do this, because you're going into it with a clear and calm mind. This is important to remind, and it seems so simple, but the problem is we don't practice it. When we get frustrated, we get upset, we kind of just stay with it. We stay with it. But just to remind you that you don't need to stay with it. We have to switch modes, as we do now. When you go into the meditation, bring your mind to the present, use the mantra, use the visualization, use whatever that can help you to stop focusing on all the mess and slowly retract your mind out of that situation with the calmness, with the mantra, with the visualization, to bring your mind to inside rather than all the jumble, all the chaos that's happening outside. And by doing that, we can react in a situation that is positive for yourself and for others. In that case, like this, anger is the opposite of strength. As you can see, when we do something angry, it usually doesn't get us out of the problem. It doesn't help us to go forward. And usually it gets us into more problems. It tangles us up, trips us up, and it makes us do things that we regret, whether it's with our words and even more permanently with our actions. So we need to show strength by getting rid of that anger, getting rid of that negativity that's in your mind. And by doing so, we will be able to improve the situation we're in. This is very important, because when you do something out of anger or out of something where your mind is tainted and it's not reacting in a way that is neutral, meaning that it's like whether it's impacted with jealousy, with anger, with greed, with whatever it may be. So a really good way to make sure that our mind isn't infected by those things is by meditating to calm yourself. And then we can progress in the right manner. So right now we need to make kindness our default setting, turn it on. And sometimes it automatically shifts to anger, right? So we need to be more mindful of what we're thinking, right? More mindful of when we feel angry. It's normal. We all feel angry sometimes. But you notice when you might practice more and more, you're more aware and you have more mindfulness that the anger is there. In the past, sometimes we don't even realize it until it's boiling, until it's already, our face is red, our voice is already saying something bad, we're already hitting someone, we're already doing something that we regret. But you may notice as you meditate more and more, you're catching yourself quicker, you're catching your emotions quicker, you're more in tune to when it's coming. So we need to do that more often. And when we meditate, you may notice that the kindness will be your default setting after the meditation. When you meditate well, right? You want to smile. You can even say it in yourself after you meditate. You may notice that there's a smile on your face as you feel happy, you feel recharged. And when you feel good inside, you kind of want to keep that feeling, right? Right? You want to keep it. And if you want to keep it, you may notice that when you do something negative, now that you meditate more, you know that when you do that, it's going to make that kindness setting turn away, right? You're going to kind of feel, because everyone knows when you do something, like say you do something basic, like to see the picture clearly, right? Okay, I don't want to go too harsh, but like let's say cleaning something, right? If you leave something dirty, you kind of feel it, right? Physically and also mentally. When you see something dirty, it doesn't feel good. But the moment you may have heard, like with depression or with anything that way, where they say, oh, cleaning can be therapy. Organizing your house, cleaning your room, cleaning your desk can be therapy for your mind. Well, why is that? Because when you clean something and you look at it, it has an impact on your mind, right? And it has an impact on you as well as mentally. So it's kind of like the same thing, that when you feel good inside, you kind of want to maintain that good feeling, that clean feeling. So from the teaching of the Buddha, which I think anyone can apply, whether you're Buddhist or not, he said that, he told one of the monks that one of the monks was complaining that, oh, there's so many rules for a monk that we have to follow. Like there's 227 different rules. And the monk was like overwhelmed. Oh, what rule? How am I going to maintain all these rules? There's too much. I can't even move without breaking a rule. I can't even think without breaking a rule. And he said, okay, do this. Maintain your mind to be positive and pure. Just one thing. And the monk goes, oh, I can do one thing. And the way you do that is because the way that you maintain your mind to be positive and pure is when you do something negative, you can feel it in your mind. If you steal something, right? If you kill something, you feel it. You feel it. And your mind automatically, you know deep down inside when you do something immoral, which is very universal, right? Let's say something as simple as killing. It's very universal that when you kill something, you feel bad about it. And if you do it more and more, your mind gets darker. So that's just an example. So try to maintain your mind to be pure. Because inside of our mind, we may not see it yet, but we can see the symptoms. We may not see the source yet, but you can see the symptoms of your mind that is infected. Meditation is a tool like that microscope to see the germs, to see the viruses as we, in the past, no one can see the virus or the germs. You didn't even know they were there until eventually people started, developing the technology to see it. But in meditation, or from the Buddha, he said that, it doesn't matter what you believe or what religion you are. If you meditate, you'll be able to see your mind more and more, what's happening in it. It's like your microscope. It's like the modern microscope. As you meditate more and more, you'll start to see what you're thinking, see what's causing it. And right now we see the symptoms when we can't smile, or when we say bad things, or when we do bad things. Those are the symptoms of your mind that is sick. Your mind is infected. And just like all around us, there's thousands and thousands of germs, right? In your mouth, in your intestines, inside of you right now, right? So you have to have a strong immune system to keep yourself healthy. Whether it's from inside of you or from outside of you, same thing. Your mind inside of you right now, there's good germs and there's also bad germs. Those good germs are when they multiply, it makes you feel happy, makes you feel positive, makes you feel like you want to help people. The bad one is the anger, the greed, the delusion, the ignorance, all those things. Those are the bad germs in your mind that are ready to expand, ready to become a virus and take over everything, thinking everything you're doing. So that's what makes us have division between everything, whether it's between other people or any problems right now, is that inside there's people who are infected, their mind is infected, and it's causing problems. And depending on what position you're in, the bigger problems you will make, not only for yourself or for others. So right now, don't let the darkness hide the brightness within you. Keep yourself lit. Keep yourself lit. Lit the beauty within you. Don't let the ugliness of other people take away the beauty of your own mind, the positivity of you. I believe deep down inside everyone wants to be, kind to others, positive to others. I don't think anyone here wants to intentionally go out and harm anyone, right? Or anything. So keep that positive feeling inside of you rather than turning it around because of something around you influencing you to want to be ugly yourself and do something ugly for other people or negative for other people. So keep the brightness within you and don't let that darkness take your light out. Right now, the world really needs people who are more positive, and we just want positivity, one person, but if you are bright, if you are positive, it can go a long way. Even though it's just one person, right? It's just you. But, just like one candle can light the next. It's a lot like that. And my master mentioned it as It's called like Dhammakaya effect. The Dhammakaya means the wisdom inside. When you have the wisdom inside, the positivity inside, that wisdom and that positivity inside of you, you kind of automatically shine it out with your words, with your actions, and it impacts other people. It's like a candle lighting the next person. You know, if it's infectious, it's a positive infection when you are in a good mood, when you're a positive person, when you're have that kind of happiness, right? You know, I'm sure everyone has met a person in their life that the moment they walk in the room, the atmosphere changes, right? Whether it's whether it's like a bad atmosphere or a good atmosphere, right? It's not a coincidence. So if you can keep yourself in a good mood, in a positive mood, it is infectious. It's like a candle. If they come too close to you, they get closer to you, it's gonna light up. Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, so right now, if we can take some time to meditate, and then we can take some time to ask any questions after, and you know, it's our time right now to come back and look after our mind and look after our own positivity. Okay, so I'd like to invite everyone to take a moment to adjust your body and get ready for the meditation. So like always, now it's our golden opportunity for us to recharge, to relax, and to look after our own positivity within us. But even though we may be eager to start, remind yourself that it's not a race. We can't rush our mind to become still right away. So take your time to start correctly. Don't skip over the simple but important steps. Because these small steps go a long way. So take the time to adjust our body first. Finding a comfortable position. Making sure that you are sitting somewhere where you feel comfortable. Whether it's in a chair, on the floor, in your bed. Try to find a position that's comfortable and that we can maintain easily. Because we're sitting to relax. We're sitting to let go. We're not sitting to take a picture. So find that comfortable and relaxing position. As we close our eyes, remind ourselves to close our eyes in a way that is relaxing, calming, and natural. The same way we do when we go to sleep, or that when we go to take a nap. Again, reminding ourselves it's time to rest, time to relax. Because meditation is about relaxing, releasing, in order to let go. This whole process begins with our body first, before we move on to our mind. Let's bring our mind to focus on relaxing our body. In doing so, our mind will slowly begin to come to the present. Relaxing and releasing every muscle from head to toe. In order to do so, all we need to do is to breathe. Bring our attention softly, gently on our breath. Realizing how relaxing just breathing can be. Breathing in deeply and exhaling slowly. As we breathe in deeply, try to do it as comfortably as you can. Don't force yourself to go or to breathe as deep as you can, as long as it feels comfortable. Breathe in comfortably and exhale softly. Every time you breathe in, try to feel the smoothness of your breath, the coolness, the freshness, as it enters your body, soothing, relaxing, calming. Even as we exhale, feel the release, allowing all the tension, all the tightness to melt away, to disappear, leaving us only with relaxation inside. As we do this, the power of relaxation will help us to gradually let go from the outside world and begin our journey inside to the source of happiness that is waiting. Waiting for our mind and our body to relax. And now that we have this foundation of relaxation physically, mentally we just need to help our mind to relax, to release, by coming to the present, by truly being in the present, with the relaxation that we feel physically. Letting go of all our responsibilities, all our worries from the future or from the past, by helping our mind to stay here in the present, whether that's by using the mantra, repeating your mind continuously, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang, Samma Arahang. Samma meaning purity, Arahang meaning freedom. Just keep repeating the mantra, allowing the words to resonate, helping our mind to be pure, helping our mind to be free from any distractions. And just stay with that mantra until we feel like we don't need it. And at that point, we can just let go and enjoy the stillness. Or some of us may be able to visualize an image of their choice: the moon, the sun, a crystal sphere, something that's simple and easy to imagine. We can imagine it however we like, anywhere we like, because the goal is to visualize it in a way that is relaxing, calming, and it feels natural. Not worrying about the clarity of the image, but more so if we can stay with that image. If the image disappears, we just simply reimagine it. Like a candle, when it goes out, we just light it again. But again, don't worry about the clarity. It's more about the continuity, being able to stay with the image comfortably, relaxingly, easily, trying to feel the image rather than seeing it, feeling the warmth or the coolness of that image, feeling its brightness, feeling its presence is enough. So whether we use the mantra, the visualization, or even both, it all depends on how we feel at this moment, depending on how busy or distracted or calm our mind is. We need to trust in our feeling and use the method that feels natural, easy, relaxing at that moment. Whether that means using the mantra, using the visualization, or letting go and doing nothing. A good meditator knows when to adjust to how we feel. If our mind is quiet, we don't need to do anything. Just sit and listen to what may come out of that quiet. If our mind is busy and we're distracted, then we need to do something. Whether it's the mantra or the visualization or both, it all depends on us. What helps you to stay mindful and comfortable at the same time, where you don't feel too tight or too loose, but it feels just right for ourselves. It feels okay. It feels comfortable. And we feel that it's helping our mind to settle down. Just follow that comfort, follow that relaxation, and our mind will settle when the time is right. Our mind will become still, and when our mind is truly still, we'll start to feel our mind healing itself. Just like a glass of water that's filled with dirt, if we keep stirring, that dirt will never settle. But if we stop stirring, gradually, naturally, and automatically that dirt will settle. And we'll be left with the still and clear water. Just like our mind will become still, clear, and positive again. So let's continue to relax our body and our mind. And remind ourselves that if we feel off balance, it's okay to readjust. Physically or mentally, if we feel uncomfortable, we can adjust. We can move. We can change the method we're using. As long as we can come back to that balance, where it's not too tight, not too loose, or we feel physically and mentally relaxed. So let's continue to relax, release, and enjoy the rest of the meditation together in silence. that our mind is more calm, still, and relaxed. And we've collected those moments of stillness. We may notice that in that stillness and in that calmness, we feel good inside and outside. As every moment of stillness we have, our mind heals itself from the negativity, from any darkness, and we begin to feel lighter, begin to feel more positive, more relaxed, more refreshed. So let's build off of that positivity and use this feeling of stillness and relaxation to spread it with our thoughts, with our wishes. Continuing to build off of this positivity by wishing in a positive way for yourself, wishing for yourself to be healthy, to be free from any suffering mentally or physically, to be able to overcome any obstacles, be able to have the strength of mind, be able to continue to meditate more deeply in the future, to connect to this positivity inside. And make that same wish, or even longer, whatever you may wish for your loved ones, your friends, and trying to expand out to everyone, to everything, wishing for all beings to be free from any suffering, wishing for everyone to have the opportunity to learn how to meditate, learn how to still and calm their mind, so that together, everyone in the world can find their own inner peace, even for a moment. That is the beginning of something special. Once we finish our wish for ourselves, for others, we can come back to stilling our mind and try to feel the positivity within you and around you for a moment, absorbing that positive feeling and expanding it เฮพุทธาปะละปัตตาปัจเจกนังชยังพลังอรหันตานาเตชิรพังพันธามิสัพพโสสัพพพุทธานุภาเวนะสัพพธัมมานุภาเวนะสัพพสังฆานุภาเวนะสัทธาโสธีภาวันตุเต By the positivity generated in this meditation, may that positivity bless us in every way. And when we are ready, we may slowly and gently open our eyes. Okay. So as we're waiting for everyone to come back, I hope everyone had a peaceful meditation. And before we continue with the questions or comments, I'll take a moment to pass the session to our Dr. Pam.
Thank you so much, Mark Daniel, for a wonderful guided meditation. And I believe everyone enjoyed the session and having a really great meditation experience. I do have a really peaceful session. So next, may I invite everyone taking a group photo together. So feel free to turn on your cameras and sharing your bright smile to each other. Let's smile. Cheers. Happy. Smiling. We still have some of friends are turning on cameras. So keep smiling. Okay, I think everyone's photo is already captured. Thank you so much for your wonderful smile. And yeah, feel free to sharing your meditation experiences or asking questions that you may have. So Mark Daniel can sharing his wisdom with all of us. So may I pass the mic back to Mark Daniel, please.
So I hope everyone had a good meditation. And yeah, like always, can you please give me a number for yourself and also just to see how you're feeling today? There's no wrong or right answer. It's just a checkup for yourself to see, oh, how am I doing? And if you're not super high on the scale, that's okay. It just means maybe later today, give yourself some more time to meditate and you will break the scale. Because your mind can heal yourself when you meditate. It makes it feel, it's a way to reset. So even though, it's like water, however boiling that water gets, if you can just reset by turning off the stove, give it some time to rest, that boiling water will cool down automatically. So your mind is the same way. Sometimes we boil it so much, it's so hot, but if you give yourself some more time, that's all you need. Don't feel bad or feel frustrated. Oh, I don't meditate well. Just give yourself some more time later today or later when you have an opportunity and you can get back to the normal state where you feel happy, you feel positive again. So today I see so many of us. Oh, it's good to see. Even though we turn on our camera for a moment, but just a moment to see you smile makes me happy. And even though I'm sure you don't turn on the camera, I hope you feel some more calm and peacefulness. And please continue to meditate, look after your mind. Especially nowadays, we need it more than ever. For Vanessa, 3, but really tired, drove 6 hours, will meditate longer later today. Yeah, I'm sure it could just be the physical part, so there's no problem. And if you have some more time, or take a little nap, and when you're ready, you can come back, and I'm sure you'll meditate even better when you feel more rested. Sometimes we take a journey physically, it's not as easy to take a journey mentally, so you have to look after yourself physically first, and then when you're ready physically, I'm sure your meditation will be easy. From Oh, and also from Vanessa, I meditate 1 hour daily at dawn for weeks now, but today was the exception. Oh, very good. Very happy to hear that you made it a habit now, 1 hour a day, you know. An hour a day of meditation will keep the doctor away. Will keep you physically and mentally healthy, you know, free from any sickness. It's true. I recommend it. Daily dose, you know, no matter how often we practice, or, you know, maybe it doesn't necessarily be have to for anyone listening, for everyone else listening, like the hour doesn't mean you have to do it in one session, but you can take it, you know, frequently, 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, 20 minutes there, whenever you have free time, collect it throughout the day, and just make it your goal that I want to get an hour a day of meditation. First step, an hour a day of meditation. Second step is, as you get more proficient and you make that 1 hour every day already, try to check it. What is the quality of that hour? But right now, don't want you to put too much pressure on yourself. Get the first thing down, an hour a day. Once you get the hour a day down, then we can move on to the next step and check the quality of that hour. Meaning that, is that hour truly still and peaceful, or is it still mixed with other things? We can talk about that. But even the first step is the most important, the hour a day daily, and then we can, you know, go through with it. So thank you for sharing. I hope it's motivation for everyone else, you know, an hour a day. Make it your goal if you haven't already. It's the least thing you can do for yourself, you know. You do so much things. You want to stay healthy mentally, try this out. Okay? Just like physically you need to exercise, or physically you need to eat. Treat it the same way. Treat meditation the same way. Okay, okay, let's see. From Elsa, thank you, good relaxation. I totally agree that it helped me a lot in my good mood to get ahead, to be positive with my thoughts, with my life. Thank you. Exactly. Thank you, Elsa, for sharing. You're a good example. You always come, so, and you always smile. So I'm sure that you can be example for many people that, yes, you know, like our moderator today, Dr. Pam, always smiling. Because if you meditate often, you know, not everyone has a perfect day. Everyone has bad day. Everyone has horrible thing that can happen. But how can we reset our mind to, at least we lost everything around us, but how can we reset our mind to get to that peace and happiness inside? It seems like, oh, it can't happen. But when you meditate often, you realize, oh, you can reset. You can't change the bad day, but you can change your reaction to it. Which is better than, you know, you had a bad day. What would you rather do? You had a horrible day and you stay with that horrible feeling, or you had a horrible day and you let go of that horrible feeling, right? What do you want? 2 negatives, or do you want 1 negative and a positive? At least the positive will help, right? From Jesse, very good and quiet time for today. Feeling peaceful all the time during the meditation session. Thank you, Monk Danger. Wow, good job, Jesse. I think you're somewhere. I don't see you anymore. Oh, you turned off the camera. Okay. Good job. Vanessa has such an immunity to life. I feel like I levitate through life in joy and peace. Truly the superpower of my mind. Exactly. Meditation, you know, focus is a superpower. Mindfulness is a superpower. Clarity of mind is a superpower. It is. And most people in this world don't realize that you have a superpower. It's not just like, you know, in the movies or in fiction that some, you know, there's these different heroes with magical powers, but you can be a hero for yourself. Just think about it. When you're distracted, you can't get anything done, right? So how can you be successful, right? Whatever it is. But when you have focus and you have clarity of mind, you have calmness of mind, you get a power of just being focused, doing one thing at a time, being clear-minded, be on task, you know, That is a superpower. And for many people, it's very difficult to do that, right? Anyone, you can ask anyone who have, problems with paying attention, being focused, is a huge problem for many people. Even myself, if I look back to myself when I was in university, or I couldn't even meditate for like 5 minutes. I couldn't stay still for 5 minutes. I felt anxious. I felt my mind had to do something else. I need to move physically, right? But when you meditate, it changes. It changes. You don't have to take it from me. You can keep trying and see how it goes. That's what I love meditation. It's not like you can experiment and see the result for yourself, right? It's not like a belief, it's a practice. So practice it and you'll see, does it work or not? But from all your answers with the 4s and 5s and 3s, I'm pretty sure you answer for yourself. From Ruth, really relaxing time. Oh, very good, Ruth. Thank you for sharing. I hope everyone could feel some relaxation. That's how you know you're meditating correctly. Because, in order to let go, you need to relax. It's really simple like that. So most people know with meditation you need to be mindful, but you have to also be relaxed, right? If you're too mindful, it's like you're squeezing something. It's like, don't go, mind, stay here. And if you're squeezing your fist very hard, it doesn't feel good, right? So you need to relax. Same idea. Be mindful of your relaxation. That's what we're doing. So thank you, everyone. Thank you. Katharina, wonderful meditation. I especially loved how it embraced a difficult world situation at the moment and helped us and everyone to deal with it. Yes, exactly. It's, we can't change the situation happening in the world right now, but we have to find a source of brightness in the darkness. Or are we going to stay with the darkness? It's our choice. And I would rather change your focus on the brightness in you rather than focus on the darkness that's happening outside. And in doing so, that's going to help you to at least keep yourself positive. And if you keep yourself positive, the likelihood you're going to do something positive for yourself and for others is also higher. It doesn't have to be with think about it logically. It's not anything supernatural, but when you're in positive state, you're more likely to do positive things for other people and yourself. And it's very much a ripple effect. Your act of kindness from here, you may notice in life, if you go around and like someone does something nice to you, it kind of like makes you want to go do something nice to someone else, right? You ever had that happen? Like, let's say you're a waiter, and this may be like, maybe someone gave you a tip, you feel better, and all of a sudden you want to be nicer to the next table, right? Maybe that's like material, but you can see that very easily, right? Or just like someone helped you dropped your wallet and they helped to pick it up and say, hey, you dropped your wallet, right? I guarantee you the next action you do to someone, you're gonna be more likely to go and help someone because you saw the kindness from someone. It's like psychologically, subconsciously, you're like, oh, I like that feeling. I kind of want to do it next. But the same thing is the opposite. Sometimes someone do something negative to you and you kind of, your reaction is to spread that negativity. But we need to turn it around a little bit and, imagine the world of where people spread kindness as quickly as they spread hatred. Hatred spreads like fire, right, very quickly. Imagine if we turn it around and spread kindness as quickly as we spread anger. It sounds hard to do, but actually it's not if you meditate. If everyone meditate. from Mudasiru. Sorry if I didn't pronounce it right. It was a great meditation session. I gave it a 4 because I was getting back from work, so it took a while to balance. Thank you, Montana. Oh, even getting a 4 where you feel happy, out of 5, even though you came back from work, that's amazing. Uh, very good, very good. If you come back from work and I like how I want everyone to get yourself in the mood that when you come from work or when you come from something that's busy in the day, go into the meditation with the expectation. Don't go into the expectation that the meditation is going to be quick and you're going to be able to still your mind quickly. It's just not going to happen that way. So go into it. Oh, today was busy. Today was hectic. So I know I have to give myself some more time to meditate longer. It's a simple mindset, but it goes a long way when you go into it. Oh, okay, I just need to meditate a little bit longer to get that balance. So you're more, instead of being frustrated with yourself of why is it taking longer to meditate? Why is it taking longer to find balance? You go into it, oh, okay, today was busy. Let's just give it some more time. It doesn't mean you're practicing. Some people will be like, oh, I'm practicing incorrectly. I don't know. I need to change the method. I need to change the technique. No, just you stay with the method that's helping you to stay calm and just allow yourself some more time. Like I said in the beginning, your mind's like very boiling. It's very hot. So you need to turn off the stove a little bit longer. Let yourself cool down a little bit longer. It doesn't mean you're practicing wrong, and just give yourself some more time to cool down. And just check that the method that you're using, is it helping you to cool down? Is it helping you to stay calm? It's not helping you to get calm right away, but it's helping you to gradually get more calmer, more relaxed. Okay? Okay. Vanessa, I actually replay the Mind Story meditations every morning, always with you. Okay. It's good to hear. I hope everyone, if luckily with technology, if you're not in time or if you want to do the same thing, all the meditation recordings and all the teachings and every session is on YouTube, I think. You can go back and look at it or re-listen to it if you need. So thank you. And I hope, if you need it, please go and do it. And also, I think there is an app, Mind Stories app as well. At Disina, the meditation session was a great one for me. I was super relaxed, even though I couldn't concentrate at the beginning because I've had a busy day, but as I continued using the breathing technique, I was able to focus and bring my mind to the center. Thank you, Monk Dana. Very good. Exactly. You can use whatever method, the breathing, the mantra, the visualization, as long as it helps you to stay present and eventually, as you said, get to the center. The center of the mind, I didn't really emphasize it today because in the end, when your mind is relaxed, when your mind is calm, it's going to go there automatically. It's like the home of the mind. So just like when we want to relax, we go home. When we want to go sleep, we like to go home. So your mind is very similar. So I'm very happy that you can get your mind back to the center. Okay. From our moderator, Pam, really beautiful session indeed, very relaxed and peaceful, body disappeared with wonderful energy, felt fresh and energies. Thank you so much. Yes, exactly. This is the thing that happens, however busy our day is. I think a lot of people mentioned it today, our day being busy. From Michael, I feel more relaxed now. It really helps me during these crazy times, but I need to get back to work. Wishing you all the best. So yeah, even though he has to go back to work or the day may be busy, always remind yourself that however hectic the world outside is going on, we have a place to retreat to when we meditate. Whether it's on the bus, whether it's at work, whether it's in school, try to find a moment where you're alone. We have moments where we're alone and just bring your mind back inside to recharge, to get back that feeling that you have now from the meditation. I would really like you to treat meditation not just as like a time now on Mind Stories where, you know, I have to come to meditate, but next step is to try to find those moments throughout the day that you can meditate in. And you may notice you have many moments, but you don't use those moments to meditate. You use those moments to keep your mind busy, whether it's with the phone, with especially with the phone nowadays. I think it's a bad habit we're all guilty of it, is that instead of stilling your mind, you're scrolling your mind, or you're watching something, doing something to keep your mind not still. So maybe we can change it around a little bit. You know, check your mind before you check your phone. Okay. Okay, so just trying to see any questions.
There is a question from
Yeah, one
Kunal ค่ะหลวงพี่
Oh yeah, can you tell the power of the science? Wait, can you tell the power of the silence as a monk you do, how much it is beneficial for us? The power of the silence. I think, how can I explain it? It's a lot like when we learn something in class or from a teacher, right? When you learn something, you have to have a certain amount of focus, right? And also you have to kind of be quiet, right? If you, let's say you're on your phone, you're in a lecture and you have your headphones on and you're listening to a podcast or listening to music or something, and someone's teaching, do you think you're going to be able to learn anything new? No, right? Well, let's say same situation, you're focusing, you're listening, you're being quiet, and you're listening to someone lecture about something, right? You'll be able to absorb and understand what they're saying. The silence is similar to that when we meditate. When we still our mind and we calm our mind, we listen and learn from that stillness the same way. And that's how it's beneficial for you, because when we have a still mind, we're able to hear what's happening in our mind. And we're able to correct it or let go of it or do something after first you have to hear and see, right? So same idea. You have to pause and still your mind and silence your mind to be able to listen. Another thing is when you quiet your mind down, it's a way of settling it down, meaning that any of the negativity in your mind, any of the distractions in your mind, those things will settle, and what you're left with is a clarity of mind automatically. You can see this in nature, right? I think I mentioned it in the meditation, is that like a glass of water, if you stir some dirt in a glass, if you keep stirring, there's no way that that dirt is ever going to settle, right? But if you just stop stirring and you place that glass down 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, the longer you keep it still, the longer or the more settled that dirt will be. And what you're left with is the clear water. So same idea with your mind. The more quiet you can get your mind, the more silence you can have in your mind, you can have the same effect on your mind. May I ask, whenever the still mind tells me it's always correct, why so? I think from my experience, you will know what's correct, or it's not necessarily your mind talking to you, but it can be talk. You may feel like it's talking, or you may even just know it's right. It's like, I think we all know that when we practice and you feel comfortable, you know what feels comfortable, right? You know what feels good. I think we all know physically I like to sit like this, or mentally I like to use this method, right? So don't fight that feeling. Go with it. That's what you need to do in the meditation. Is that go with what feels natural, what feels right, what feels correct. Everyone's different in that moment. I can't tell you that, oh, in this moment, you need to do this. But it's about feeling what you need to do to feel and adjusting to that feeling. So there's something you have to measure for yourself. Not in the session. You mean in life, or what? When your mind says this is correct. If you're talking about like intuition, where you feel like mentally this is the right thing to do, I would say that the more you meditate, the more stronger your intuition is correct. But it's never going to be fully 100% correct if your mind is not. The deeper you practice your meditation, the more strong that intuition will be correct, more likely. Because it's like your mind reacting in a positive way, rather than your mind being impacted by negativity or anything like that. And then let's say your mind's, like I mentioned in the beginning, infected with anger, and you have intuition to, oh, I need to go do this or say this. What do you think? How is that intuition going to be a positive one or a negative one or a correct one or incorrect one, right? And even in the moment, we may not even realize it because we're in that negative frequency. So when that intuition comes up, oh, go hit that person, it feels like the correct thing to do. So that's why it's so dangerous to, if we don't look after our mind. Our intuition, which we will feel like it's correct, maybe feel like it's correct for us, but for others, it's not going to be correct. Someone looking on the outside in is going to be, oh, that's not the right thing to do. Every day your brain processes about 70,000 thoughts. Yeah. Out of which 80% are negative. Then is it possible to maintain calmness and silence? Is it possible? Yes, but it takes time. Everyone starts, like you said, 70,000, right? As you meditate, we start from 70,000 on average, and it slowly comes to 1, and then eventually comes to 0. You've already experienced it when you meditate, right? When you felt a moment of stillness, a moment of relaxation. In that, even that one moment, it's 0. There's nothing. So that's why I always say, oh, it's very amazing, even if you can get one moment of stillness. Because, like Kunal mentioned, is that you just conquered 70,000 thoughts, which is very amazing, right? To go from 70 to 0. And we've all done it when we mentioned that we felt relaxed and still for a moment. So that first step of going from 70 to 0, we've already done. And now the next step of 80% of negative to make it, 0%, it can happen. It takes time. It can happen. It's not gonna happen right away. Of course, it's like you're sick. If I gave you some Tylenol, or I gave you some paracetamol, or I gave you some kind of pain reliever, it's only going to help you a little bit, but it's not going to get rid of the sickness right away. It may reduce the symptom, but of course, after the medicine wears off, the root is still there. So you need to meditate more and often, and that's how you continuously take the medicine, and it continuously will get better over time. Is there any Buddhist mantra to chant using beads? There any mantra to chant using beads? Yes. I mean, the chanting with the beads is basically just another way to keep your mind focused on the present. Like as you're using the mantra and you're counting the beads, it's just a way to physically and mentally keep you active in the present. But I recommend you can do it, but I recommend that eventually you need to let go of this movement of counting, right? And you also have to let go of the mantra. You only do those things to calm yourself down, as we mentioned, from 70,000 thoughts to maybe two. One is to what beat am I on? And the other one is on the mantra. So you have two thoughts going right now. But eventually you need to like try, okay, let me stop counting the beads. Let me stop using the mantra and see what happens. You have to get to a point when you let go of the method as well. And the way you know when to let go is when you feel calmer, when you feel that your mind's quieter, and you feel for yourself that you need to let go. It's kind of like riding a bike. You know, sometimes you have to pedal, right? Let's say you're going uphill. You have to pedal to get up the hill. That's using the mantra, using the beads, going up the hill. Once you get up to the top of the hill and you're going downhill, you don't need the mantra. You don't need to pedal. You just go down. Same idea. In meditation, there's moments of where you need to do something and moments when you need to just let go and do nothing. And how you know when to do that is feeling for yourself. When you know for yourself when your mind's quiet, and let's see what happens when you do nothing. Don't do anything. When your mind's busy, okay, you need to use something to keep your mind off of those thoughts. Does that make sense? How to keep the mind calm is staying in the present, using the mantra, using the visualization, following your breath, all those different methods. It's a way to bring your mind to the present truly, and as our mind's in the present more and more, it's able to let go. Because actually, if you really are in the present, there's nothing going on, especially when we're sitting and just being still, right? You're not moving, you're not doing anything. So that's basically what the problem is. Most people say we're in the present, but if you really look down on it, your mind's in the past or your mind's in the future. And that's what's stopping your mind from being calm. After the Buddha achieved enlightenment, is someone else also achieved? Good question. I believe so, and there is examples. But as you meditate more and more, you can see for yourself. That's why I love meditation. It's very like, the Buddha said, Ehi Passcode, come and see, come and try. You don't have to believe me, keep practicing and you'll answer that question for yourself. You just conquered 70,000 thoughts to 1 to 0. That's already a big step. See what happens if you keep going. How to develop patience. Gradually. Every time we meditate, you develop patience with yourself, right? And it's cool because when you meditate more and more, you develop that habit of patience. You develop that habit of letting go. You develop that habit of, I like to compare it to like everyone has a boiling point, right? But as you meditate more, that boiling point becomes higher. It's because the reason for that is because when you feel happy inside, the things on the outside don't matter as much. When you have a source of happiness and calmness on the inside, when you have the independent happiness on the inside, things on the outside are like small things now. So the more happiness you can get from meditation, the more relaxation you get by practicing correctly, as we've been doing, it's gonna make you naturally feel happy inside. So it's kind of like when you're in a good mood, someone may say like, let's say someone says, oh, you're ugly. If you feel happy inside, it's okay. Okay, you feel that way. I don't really, I don't really care. You know, it's not like you're not gonna focus too much on what they said. Or, you know, someone cut you off when you're driving. If you feel happy on the inside, it's, oh, maybe they're in a rush. No problem. Maybe they needs to be somewhere more than me, right? You're gonna automatically think that way because you're in a good mood. It's, you can look at yourself when you're in a bad mood. Everything is bad. The food is bad. The weather is bad. Even though it's your favorite food, but you're in a bad mood, right? Doesn't taste the same. Mhm. So your mind's very important. There are a lot of questions from Manal today. If we're not able to achieve what is the main goal of meditation, it is so what will happen. Don't worry about enlightenment and worry about your main goal right now, meditation, to feel relaxed. Because if you feel relaxed when you meditate, that's your first goal to make every time you meditate. It's like you need to learn to feel good from meditation by relaxing. And if you feel good when you meditate, you're going to want to do it, right? That's more important. If you want to, it's like the example of with people who, if you want to walk very far, you need to enjoy to walk. You don't have to enjoy. There's a difference between the person who enjoys to get to a destination and the person who enjoys just to walk. Who do you think is going to go further? The person who loves to walk or the person who loves to get to a destination? If it's just, oh, I want to get to that goal, that destination, they're just going to get there, I'm done. Completed. Task finished. Next task. Go do something else. Right? Like, for example, oh, I want to climb Mount Everest. I don't love climbing. I don't like to climb, but this one thing I want to do is climb Mount Everest. So eventually they do it. Okay, finish. And then no more climbing for me. I'm done. Right? So meditation kind of the same. I learn to love it by practicing correctly, where you feel relaxed every time you do it, and you're going to want to do it every day. And when you want to do it every day, you're going to get the other benefits, and you're going to get to that ultimate goal automatically. Does chanting sutras calm the mind? Yes, it can help you because it's similar to meditation when you're chanting, because it's like using a mantra. When you chant a sutra or you're chanting in general, your mind's easier to focus on just the chanting, right? And you're not focusing on what am I going to have for dinner, what am I going to do next, or what am I so and so, right? So your mind's like has a one pointed focus on the chanting. So it can help you to calm down as well. Okay, so I think that's about it. Thank you for your questions. I hope I could answer, give you some clarity. If not, we can see each other again on Monday or on Thursday, or you can ask the views of the other monks as well and maybe get more clarity on it as well. So thank you everyone, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the week going into the weekend. And please continue to meditate even though you don't see me or the other monks. Practice for yourself every day. You can bless yourself every day by meditating. You don't need to wait for someone to bless you or something to bless you. Just sit and meditate, and it's a way of blessing yourself. Okay, so thank you, and I think we can end the session here.
Thank you so much, Monk Daniel, for such a wonderful answers. And thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your thought, your meditation experience, and also wise question that you're asking. And before ending the program, may I invite everyone pay respect to Monk Daniel by bowing 3 times. Let's bow. Second bow. And third bow.
So thank you, everyone, and I hope the positivity within you from your meditation and all the positive things you have done until now, may that positivity protect you, guide you, and help to keep you free from any obstacles, from any negativity, help you to overcome any of those obstacles and turn them into opportunities to succeed, and be able to meditate deeply and attain the inner peace within you, be able to maintain the true happiness within you easily, and connect to it at any time, anywhere, and very soon.
Sadhu, and thank you so much for your wonderful blessing and spending your valuable time sharing and guiding with all of us today. And the Q&A session really helped to learn from each other and very beneficial. So looking forward to see all of us again coming next Monday. So let's practice more, and happy weekend ahead, and also have a wonderful week ahead as well. See you all and take care. Bye bye.